Hi, I'm glad you're here. Have you ever felt angry at someone you love? And that anger has been there for years, maybe decades. You understand why things happened the way they did. You know your parents did their best. You know your sibling didn't mean to hurt you, but the feeling, it's still there. Does understanding the past make the pain go away? Or does it just make you feel guilty for still being hurt? I grew up in a house where my sibling got most of the attention. Not because my parents didn't love me, but because they needed more. They were struggling, and my parents did what parents do. They gave their time and energy to the child who seemed to need it most. I was told I was strong, independent, that I didn't need as much help, and maybe that was true. But I was also a child, and I noticed. I noticed when my sibling got the extra time, the gentler voice, the second chance I didn't get. I told myself it was fine. I told myself I didn't care. But I did care, deeply. Years later, after I became a parent myself, I started to realize how much attention children actually need, how much it matters when you show up, when you listen, when you see them, and I found myself grieving something I didn't even know I'd lost. I understood my parents better. I really did. They were doing their best with what they had. But understanding didn't erase the anger. It didn't erase the sadness. And sometimes that made me feel worse, like I should be over it by now. Like feeling hurt after all these years meant something was wrong with me. But the truth is, some feelings don't just disappear because you understand them. And that's not a failure. That's just being human. There's an old story in the Bible about two brothers, Cain and Abel. Even if you've never read it, you might recognize the feeling at the center of it. Both brothers brought offerings to God. Abel brought the best he had, the firstborn of his flock. He gave it with intention, with care. Cain also brought an offering, but his heart wasn't in it the same way. He brought some of his crops, but not the best, not with the same attention. God noticed, not to punish Cain, but because intention matters. And Cain felt it. He felt overlooked, less favored, compared. And he became angry, deeply angry. Here's the part that stays with me. God didn't reject Cain. God asked him a question. Why are you so angry? Why do you look so dejected? You will be accepted if you do what is right. But if you refuse to do what is right, sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you. But you must subdue it and be its master. This happened before Cain did anything terrible. God wasn't judging him for being angry. God was asking him to pay attention to it, to notice what was happening inside him, before it grew into something he couldn't control. But Cain didn't listen. He held on to the anger, let it fester, and eventually he killed his brother. This story isn't really about religion. It's about what happens when we don't tend to our anger, when we let comparison turn into resentment, when we bury feelings because we think we shouldn't have them. Cain wasn't angry out of nowhere. He'd been carrying something, maybe for a long time, the feeling of being second, of not being enough, of watching someone else get what he wanted. And instead of looking at that pain, instead of admitting it was there, he let it turn into something destructive. I think a lot of us carry anger like that. Anger that started years ago, in childhood, in our families. Anger that comes from feeling unseen, unimportant, less than. And even when we grow up, even when we understand why things were the way they were, the anger doesn't always leave. God's question to Cain wasn't a threat, it was an invitation to notice, to acknowledge, to choose what to do with the feeling before it chose for him. The danger wasn't the anger itself, it was pretending it wasn't there, letting it grow in the dark. Most of us won't do what Cain did, but we might do smaller versions. We might push people away. We might sabotage relationships. We might carry bitterness for decades and wonder why we can't seem to let it go. The truth is, we can't let go of something we've never really held. We can't heal what we refuse to look at. And feeling anger, even after all these years, doesn't make you bad. It makes you someone who was hurt and who hasn't yet been able to fully grieve it. God, we come to you today carrying anger, some of it old, some of it buried so deep we forgot it was there. We are tired of pretending we're over things we're not over. Tired of feeling guilty for still being hurt. Help us notice what we've been avoiding. Help us see our anger without shame, without judgment. Teach us that feeling something doesn't mean we have to act on it, that we can hold our pain, look at it, and choose what comes next. We don't want to become people who let bitterness win. We don't want to hurt others because we were hurt. Give us the courage to grieve, to admit what we lost, and to stop comparing our pain to everyone else's. Help us be gentle with ourselves, and gentle with the people who couldn't give us what we needed. We're trying. We're really trying. Amen. Thank you for taking this moment with me.